I'm Alex Sykes with your local 10 News update. A woman in her 20s who sadly died in a single car crash in Wurundjeri, 40 minutes north of Albury. Police say her Holden Commodore left the road on Saturday morning, hitting a tree on Urana Road. The vehicle was discovered by a passing car the next morning. We could see another statewide strike this week if the New South Wales government doesn't agree to a 5.2% wage increase for public sector workers. The PSA has given Macquarie Street until the end of today to respond to the demand. If not, the action will go ahead on Wednesday. Spokesperson Stuart Little says a wage cut after all of their hard work during the pandemic is something they can't accept. To sport, the Wang Magpies are now 2 wins clear atop the Ovens and Murray football ladder. They've recorded a 91-point win over Lavington in round 9, while nearest challenger Yarrawonga went down to Albury in the game of the round. The Jacob Conlon best on ground for the Tigers in their 88-83 win. Checking today's weather now, 11 degrees with showers about in Albury and Wodonga. A shower or two in Shepparton reaching 13. 12 with showers in Wangaratta, snow showers and very windy in Mount Hotham today, reaching just -3 degrees. That's all the news for now. I'll see you next hour. Good morning, I'm Alex Sykes with your local 10 News update. Police are appealing for public assistance to locate a 13-year-old last seen on Pakenham on May 26. Amelia is about 170 centimetres tall with long dark hair, and she's known to freak in the Hallam, Dandenong and Cranbourne areas. Police and her family are concerned for her welfare due to her age and the length of time she's been missing. Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. Gippsland students will soon be taught lessons on the early warning signs of endometriosis. Classes will be taught to Year 10 students across the state from next term, aimed at helping students identify the condition, which affects more than 10% of people with a uterus. The sessions will be taught to Year 10 students by reproductive health and wellbeing experts, with the program funding shared by state and federal governments. And Victorian charities say the rising cost of living has seen demand surge beyond the levels experienced during the height of the pandemic. With inflation at a 20-year high and energy bills soaring, Food Bank says a lot of families are having to make tough choices every night. Taking a look at today's weather across the region now, showers and a max of 11 degrees in the Latrobe Valley, wet and windy in Sale and a max of 12 degrees. That's all the news for now. See you soon. Good morning, I'm Alex Sykes with your local 10 News update. A learner driver will face court tomorrow after being charged over several alleged dangerous driving incidents. The 31-year-old Long Gully man allegedly avoided police on several occasions last week and drove off without paying for petrol. He was finally arrested, allegedly in possession of a stolen vehicle on June 1. Member for Mallee re-elect Anne Webster is taking on more responsibility in politics. She's recently been named the National's new Assistant Shadow Minister for Regional Development. Meanwhile, Premier Dan Andrews has announced the Huntley and Raywood train stations will open next month, a full year ahead of schedule. And lessons on the early warning signs of endometriosis will be taught in Victorian high schools from next term. It is hoped the classes will help students spot the condition, which affects more than 10% of people with a uterus. The sessions will be taught to Year 10 students by reproductive health and wellbeing experts, with the program funding shared by state and federal governments. Taking a look at today's weather forecast now, Bendigo is set to reach a wet and rainy 11 degrees. Swan Hill, much the same with a top of 13. And Echuca may see a shower or two and reaching a max of 12 degrees. That's all the news for now. See you in around an hour with another Local 10 News update. Good morning, I'm Alex Sykes with your local 10 News update. An 18-year-old has sadly died following a collision in Cobden yesterday morning. 2 other passengers inside the vehicle were taken to hospital with serious injuries, while the driver of a second car was also transported to hospital. Investigations are ongoing and anyone with information can contact Crime Stoppers. Meanwhile, police are investigating after a runaway vehicle crashed into a family car in Warrnambool yesterday. 5 people, including 3 children, were in the vehicle at the time, thankfully only suffering minor scratches after the car was flipped upon impact. And lessons on the early warning signs of endometriosis will be taught in Victorian high schools from next term. It is hoped the classes will help students spot the condition, which affects more than 10% of people with a uterus. The sessions will be taught to Year 10 students by reproductive health and wellbeing experts, with the program funding shared by the state and federal governments. Taking a look at today's weather forecast now, Ballarat will likely reach a chilly 9 degrees with showers. Colac not much warmer with a shower or 2 and just 10 degrees, and similar conditions across both Warrnambool and Horsham for a top of 12 degrees. That's all of the news for now.